Have you ever gone to bed to sleep, finally relaxed, and suddenly, in the middle of the night, your body forces you to get up and go to the bathroom? This habit, which may seem harmless at first, can become one of the biggest saboteurs of deep, restorative sleep. Many people think it's something inevitable with age, but the truth is that, in most cases, it can be controlled, and the solution may lie in the way you consume water throughout the day. First of all, it's important to understand that water is essential for the functioning of the entire body. It helps circulation, maintains a balanced temperature, lubricates the joints, eliminates toxins, and ensures that vital organs like the kidneys and heart work properly. The problem is not drinking water itself, but rather the timing and the amount consumed close to bedtime. At night, the body enters a repair state. While we sleep, the nervous system slows down, the muscles relax, and various internal processes take place to restore our energy. If the bladder is too full during this time, the brain will receive an alert signal and interrupt sleep so you can go to the bathroom. Depending on age, health history, and bladder sensitivity, this can happen more than once in just a few hours, completely breaking the deep sleep cycle. Now, think about the consequences of this over the days. Fragmented sleep, difficulty waking up with energy, accumulated fatigue, and even a weakened immune system. Not to mention the increased risk of falls, since getting up in the dark during the night, with reduced alertness and balance, can be dangerous. That's why the first step to avoiding this nighttime interruption is to adjust the timing of your hydration. Drinking a large amount of water at night is like overfilling a glass that will inevitably overflow. The ideal is to spread water intake throughout the day, ensuring the body is well hydrated before late afternoon. From that point on, gradually reduce your consumption, allowing the kidneys to filter out excess liquid before you go to bed. Another important point is to pay attention to what you drink in the hours before sleep. It's not just water that has an effect. Drinks such as tea, coffee, cola-based sodas, or any beverage with caffeine act as diuretics, stimulating urine production and placing extra pressure on the bladder. Even natural tea options, if they are diuretic, can contribute to the problem. But be careful. Reducing fluids at night does not mean cutting water completely during this time. Your body still needs hydration, especially if the environment is hot or dry. The difference lies in the amount and the time between your last sip and when you go to bed. A small glass of water 1 or 2 hours before sleeping is usually enough to maintain hydration without overloading the bladder. This simple adjustment, combined with other habits we will explore, can drastically reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom and improve the quality of your sleep. And when you start sleeping continuously without interruptions, you'll notice how waking up refreshed completely changes your physical and mental energy. If you've already adjusted the timing of your fluid intake, the next step is to train your bladder to increase its retention capacity and improve control. Contrary to what many people think, the bladder is not just a passive reservoir. It's a muscle that can be strengthened. Over time, and with the right stimulation, it's possible to reduce the urgency to urinate during the night. During the day, practice the habit of waiting a few minutes when you first feel the urge to urinate. This small delay, repeated often, helps teach the bladder to tolerate larger volumes of liquid before sending the signal to the brain. This doesn't mean completely ignoring the need, as holding it too long can be harmful, but rather gradually training yourself to increase tolerance. Another key point is strengthening the pelvic floor. Exercises such as Kegels, which involve contracting and relaxing the muscles responsible for holding back the flow of urine, can bring significant results for both men and women. With greater muscle control, it becomes easier to resist the urge to get up in the middle of the night. It's also worth paying attention to your posture and positioning when urinating. Often, not fully emptying the bladder causes the sensation of urgency to return quickly. For women, sitting comfortably and leaning the torso slightly forward can help. For men, fully relaxing the muscles and not rushing the process ensures a more complete emptying. Room temperature can also play a role. Very cold environments increase urine production, a phenomenon called cold-induced diuresis. For this reason, keeping the bedroom warm or wearing appropriate clothing can help reduce the need to get up at night. Another lesser-known factor is fluid retention in the legs during the day, especially in people who spend long periods standing or sitting. This accumulated fluid can be reabsorbed and converted into urine during the night, overloading the bladder. A simple way to reduce this is to elevate your legs for a few minutes in the late afternoon, helping drainage before bedtime. Remember, the solution is not to drink less water throughout the day, but to better distribute your hydration, train your body, and create conditions for it to work in your favor. With these adjustments, not only will nighttime trips to the bathroom decrease, but your sleep will also become deeper and more restorative, bringing benefits that will reflect in your energy, mood, and overall health. Many people don't realize that what you eat and drink during the day directly affects nighttime trips to the bathroom. Foods and beverages with a diuretic effect increase urine production and, if consumed at the wrong times, can become major disruptors of sleep. Among the main culprits are coffee, black tea, green tea, cola-based soft drinks, alcoholic beverages, and even some natural juices such as watermelon and pineapple. This doesn't mean they need to be completely eliminated from your diet, but they should be consumed strategically, preferably in the morning or early afternoon. Another important factor is excessive salt in the diet. Sodium retains fluid in the body during the day, but at night, when we are lying down, this fluid is reabsorbed and sent to the bladder, increasing the urge to urinate. Reducing salt intake and avoiding ultra-processed foods can already make a big difference. Protein consumption at night also deserves attention. While protein is important for muscle health, high amounts can increase the production of metabolic waste that needs to be filtered by the kidneys, thereby increasing urine output. The best strategy is to balance the evening meal with vegetables, whole grains, and moderate portions of lean protein. Another habit that plays a role is how physically active you are throughout the day. Lack of movement can promote fluid retention and poor circulation, increasing the accumulation of fluids that will later end up in the bladder. Light walks, stretching, and short breaks to move throughout the day help reduce this problem. Here's another interesting detail. The time you have dinner can determine how much your bladder will be challenged during the night. Very late meals can stimulate digestion and metabolism at a time when the body should be winding down, affecting not only sleep but also fluid balance. A combination of simple adjustments to your diet, meal times, and daily activity routine is often enough for many people to notice a significant reduction in nighttime bathroom trips. More than just avoiding discomfort, this means more hours of deep sleep, which is essential for memory, cell regeneration, and daily energy. After understanding the importance of proper hydration, the ideal times to drink water, and the impact of diet, it's time to bring all of this together into a simple, practical plan so your nights can be peaceful and free from frequent trips to the bathroom. The first strategy is to adjust your fluid intake gradually throughout the day. Start by drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up to rehydrate your body after the night's rest. In the morning, maintain a steady intake without overloading at once. In the afternoon, keep hydrating but pay attention to timing. About 3 hours before bedtime, reduce the volume of liquids to avoid overloading the bladder. The second strategy is to create a nighttime ritual that signals to your body it's time to rest. This can include dimming bright lights, avoiding phone or TV screens, and spending a few minutes on relaxing activities like reading or deep breathing. This wind-down period helps regulate the nervous system and reduces the need for stimuli that could increase urine production, such as anxiety or restlessness. Another key point is to take care of your posture during the day and before going to bed. Elevating your legs for a few minutes in the late afternoon can help redistribute fluid that has accumulated in the extremities, allowing it to be processed before you lie down. This reduces pressure on the bladder at night. It's also important to watch for signs that may indicate related health problems, such as a sudden increase in urinary frequency, pain, or discomfort. If this happens, don't ignore it. Seeking professional evaluation is essential to rule out conditions like urinary tract infections, prostate issues, or urinary system disorders. And last but not least, stay consistent. Results don't come from a single day of change, but from the daily repetition of good habits. Small improvements in hydration, diet, and rest routines, when combined, can completely transform sleep quality and, consequently, your energy throughout the day. When you take care of your body in this way, the reward is clear. Peaceful nights, more energy in the morning, and the feeling that your health is truly on the right track.